Hey everybody, Ryan here. Alright, sorry no video yesterday. Yesterday was a date night for me and my wife. First time we've had the ability to have that since my daughter was born like 2 years ago. So, sorry no video yesterday, but you know what? Sometimes other things gotta happen in life. So, and there were only a few games yesterday, so I didn't see it as a huge deal missing it. Today though, there are a ton of games to go over. So let's get started, beginning with, if you have not already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and make sure to like this video if you enjoy it too. It helps get the videos out there the more likes we get, so please hit that like button. Alright, let's get started for the games from the 24th of April 2021. First game, New Jersey versus Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh extends New Jersey's losing streak. I believe we're up to 9 for them now. Now I believe they are only about halfway or close to halfway from Buffalo's 18-game losing streak this year. So let's see what they can do. Hopefully they don't hit, because it's never fun having a losing streak like that. That's just not fun. But anyways, let's get to this game. 9:41 into the first. Jeff Carter's 10th of the year from Jeff Zucker. Wait, is it Jeff Zucker? I think I put the wrong first name there. Jason. It's Jason Zucker. I put the wrong first name. Anyways, Jason Zucker and Mike Matheson. Then at 12:50 of the first, Jared McCann adds his 13th of the year on the power play from Jake Gensel and Chris Letang. Then at 7:30 of the second period, Brian Rust scores 20th from Gensel and Cece, making it 3-0. Yep, 3-0 at that point. 8:45 into the second, New Jersey would get one back. Jack Hughes with his 11th of the year from Yegor Sharangovich and Will Butcher. Sharangovich has been very good of late for New Jersey. At 10:58 of the third, New Jersey makes a 1-goal game. Miles Wood's 15th from Ryan Murray and Damon Severson. Then at 19:59 of the third, Sidney Crosby would get his 20th goal of the year. Unassisted, empty net goal, making it 4-2, Pittsburgh's victory. Alright, Pittsburgh outshot New Jersey 37-36. They killed them in the faceoff dot 61-39. New Jersey 0 for 2 on the power play. Pittsburgh 1 for 1. Penalty minutes 9-7. Hits 26-29 or 29-26 in favor of New Jersey. Blocks 9-8. Pittsburgh with 9, and giveaways 9-3. Pittsburgh with 9. Mackenzie Blackwood had 33 saves, 917 save percentage. Casey DeSmith 34 saves, 944 save percentage for the victory. On to the afternoon game. Colorado versus St. Louis. St. Louis gets a much-needed victory, breaking the losing streak. 5-3 they beat Colorado. Which, unfortunately for Colorado, Vegas is playing Anaheim today, so being a Ducks fan, I know they lose. The Anaheim wins 1 game a year on average so far against Vegas. They've won their 1 game. Vegas has the easy 2 points tonight, I'm guessing. Anyways, in this one, the scoring started a minute 37 into the first. Cale Makar gets his 5th goal of the year on the power play from Andre Burakovsky and Nathan MacKinnon. Then at 3:01, Avalanche make it 2-0. Gabriel Landeskog's 17th from Makar and MacKinnon. At 9:49 of the first, Ryan O'Reilly would respond, his 18th of the year from Braden Shen. At 12:40, the Blues would tie it. O'Reilly's 19th, second of the game, from Shen and Parenko. At 17:48, the Blues would take the lead going into the intermission. Ivan Barbashev's 4th of the year from Torrey Krug and Sammy Blais. Second period, Colorado ties it. McKinnon's 18th on the power play from Makar and Burakovsky. At 11:19 of the third, Mike Hoffman's 14th on the power play from Krug and O'Reilly. At 18:25 of the third, O'Reilly would get his 20th of the year, completing the hat trick from Tyler Bozak, giving us our final score, 5-3, St. Louis with the win, and Mike Hoffman with the game-winning goal. Oh, guess a good thing they didn't trade him at the trade deadline after all. Alright, Colorado outshot St. Louis 31-30. St. Louis won the faceoff dot 55-45. Colorado 2 for 5 on the power play. St. Louis 1 for 4. Penalty minutes 10-8. St. Louis with 10. Hits were 28-17 in favor of St. Louis. Blocks 16-9 in favor of St. Louis. And giveaways 16-10 St. Louis with 16. Devin Dubnyk had 25 saves, 862 save percentage for a loss. And Binnington, 28 saves, 903 save percentage for the victory. Alright, on to the North Division matchup. Montreal versus Calgary. Or Calgary, sorry. I know I say it funny, but it's kind of fun to say it that way, honestly. Calgary wins this one 5-2. Montreal's losing streak continues, and the teams chasing them get just that little bit closer. Alright, 11:32 into the first. Nick Suzuki would score his 9th of the year from Luke Evans and Eric Gustafsson to begin the scoring for this game. Then 19:29 of the first. Johnny Gaudreau would get his 16th from Matthew Tkachuk and Christopher Tanev, tying the game going into the second. Then 2:14 into the second, Milan Lucic got his 9th goal of the year from Derek Ryan. At 5:31 in the second, Johnny Gaudreau's 17th from Andrew Mangiapane. Then 18:03 into the second, Tyler Toffoli's 24th of the year on the power play from Corey Perry and Eric Gustafsson. And that would be it for Montreal scoring. 4:41 into the third, Brett Ritchie would get his 3rd of the year from Derek Ryan and Joakim Nordstrom. At 17:31, Rasmus Anderson's 4th unassisted, completing the scoring for this game, 5-2, Calgary with the 2 points. They've been very good since the trade deadline. I guess trading Sam Bennett really made a difference for them. Alright, shots on goal were 34-32 in favor of Calgary. Face-offs 52-48 in favor of Montreal. Power play 1 for 4 for Montreal, 0 for 2 for Calgary. 10 penalty minutes to 6, Calgary with 10. Hits were 22-16 in favor of Montreal, and blocks were 15-4 in favor of Calgary. Giveaways were 13-7, Calgary with 13 giveaways. Primo had 29 saves, 879 save percentage in the loss for Montreal, his first start of the season, I believe that is. Jakob Markstrom, 30 saves, 938 save percentage for the victory. On to Toronto versus Winnipeg. Another North Division matchup. Toronto getting the much needed victory because this is a team that was chasing them for first in this division. Alright, 39 seconds into the game. It didn't look like it was going to be a good game for Toronto to start this one. They turned it around, but didn't look like it at the beginning. Nikolai Ehlers 21st from Paul Stastny and Pierre-Luc Dubois. Then at 4:04 into the first, Joe Thornton. Hey, he still exists. At least in the offensive category, I guess. His 4th goal of the year from Jason Spezza, Adam Brooks. 11:40 into the first, Mitch Marner's 17th from Jake Muzzin and Nick Foligno. That would technically be your game-winning goal. Technically. Now, it would actually be your game-winning goal because they didn't need the air two. They were just sugar on top, I guess. 7:07 into the second, John Tavares 17th from William Nylander and Rasmus Sandin, who gets into the lineup. Good to see him in that lineup because he is honestly too good to be playing in the AHL. 18:30 into the third, Alexander Kerfoot's 8th from Ilya Mikheyev and Justin Hull, giving us our final score, 4-1, Toronto victory. Toronto outshot Winnipeg 37-26. Faceoffs were 51-49 in favor of Winnipeg. Toronto 0 for 4 on the power play, Winnipeg 0 for 3. Penalty minutes were 22-20, Winnipeg with 22. Hits were 28-18 in favor of Winnipeg. Blocks 12-11 in favor of Winnipeg. And giveaways 11-9, Winnipeg with 11. Campbell had 25 saves, 962 save percentage for the victory. And Hellebuck 33 saves, 917 save percentage for the loss. On to Washington versus the New York Islanders. And oh dang, Islanders lose again. They had a little mini winning streak after a losing streak, but yeah, they're back to losing again. All right, 2:33 into the first. Garnett Hathaway's 5th of the year for Nick Jensen. That's got hurt just having Hathaway score against you, nonetheless be the first goal of the game. I can see why they lost now. I'd lose confidence then too. I'm sorry to any Hathaway fans out there, but if he wasn't playing for your team, you probably wouldn't like him. 10:55 into the first, TJ Oshie's 17th from Nicholas Backstrom and Anthony Mantha. Mantha getting another point. He's been doing very well since he got traded to the Washington Capitals. Alright, 14:28 into the first, Anthony Beauvillier gets his 10th of the year on the power play, unassisted. Then at 7:37 in the second, the Islanders would tie the game. Adam Pelech would get his third, shorthanded, unassisted, making it 2-2. Then at 12:21 of the second, Nick Dowd would score his ninth from Dylan and Trevor Van Riemsdyk. I'm used to saying James Van Riemsdyk. Trevor Van Riemsdyk, giving Washington the lead again. At 14:46, Daniel Sprong would score his 8th of the year from Evgeny Kuznetsov and Brendan Dillon. That would technically be your game-winning goal right there, too. Because at 17:12, Jean-Gabriel Pageau would score his 14th on the power play for Noah Dobson and Matthew Barzal, make it 4-3 going into the third. 7:35 into the third, Evgeny Kuznetsov would score his 9th of the year unassisted. At 14:43, Daniel Sprong would score his 9th from Tom Wilson, Evgeny Kuznetsov, making it 6-3, Washington with the victory. Alright, Washington outshot the Islanders 30-24. Islanders beat them on the face-off dot, 53-47. Power plays were 0 for 1 for Washington, 2 for 2 for the Islanders. Penalty minutes 4-2, Washington with 4. Hits were 36-28 in favor of the Islanders. Blocks 12 each, giveaways 13 each. So at least they were equal in that category. The goalies, Samsonov had 21 saves, 875 save percentage for the victory, and Sorokin 24 saves, 800 save percentage for the loss. Alright, Carolina versus Florida. Florida won this one 4-3 in overtime. Alright, 3:25 into the first, Dougie Hamilton got his 7th goal of the year from Andrei Svechnikov and Steven Lorentz. At 19:35 of the first, Mackenzie Weegar's 4th of the year from Jonathan Huberdeau and Sam Bennett. Sam Bennett continuing his offensive ability that has magically appeared since leaving Calgary. So, good to see. I mean, hey, sometimes trading away a person who wants to be traded can end up being a good thing. Who did they get in return for him? Oh, they got draft picks in return. So we'll have to see how that return ends up, because Bennett so far is looking very good with Florida. Alright, minute 37 into the second, Hamilton would get his 2nd goal of the game, 8th of the year, on the power play from Sebastian Aho and Vincent Trocheck. Then at 3:04 of the third, Carolina would take a 3-1 lead. Brett Pesce's 4th from Jake Gardiner and Sebastian Aho. At 4:48 of the third, Gustav Forsling would get his 4th of the year from Huberdeau and Weegar. Then the tying goal at 6:20 of the third, Alex Wenberg's 12th, shorthanded from Weegar and Duclair. That hurts when you let the tying goal be shorthanded, especially. Ugh. Alright, overtime. It took all of 24 seconds for Alexander Barkov to get his 22nd goal of the year from Chris Drager. That is a goalie point right there. Boom! And Mackenzie Weegar. Weegar had a very good offensive game today, as you could tell. Goal and 2 assists. Alright, goal and 3 assists, actually. Yeah, 4 points tonight for Weegar. Very good game. Alright. Florida again, they needed 2 points here. Especially a team they're chasing at this point. Alright, shots on goal were 36-19 in favor of Florida. Face-offs 63-37, definitely in favor of Carolina there. Power play 1 for 5 for Carolina, 0 for 4 for Florida. Penalty minutes 10-8, 10 for Florida. Hits were 34-27 in favor of Carolina. Blocks 15-13 in favor of Carolina, and giveaways 11-9, Florida with 11. Nedeljkovic had 32 saves, 889 save percentage for the loss, and Drager had 16 saves, 842 save percentage for the victory. Huh. You do that bad in the save percentage, yet you get the victory. Alright. Moving on. Dallas versus Detroit. Dallas will win this one 2-1. 16-17 of the first. Dennis Cholowski had his first goal of the year from Evgeny Svechnikov and Richard Panik. Then it wouldn't be till 3:52 of the third period when Dallas would tie the game. Mark Pysyk would get his 2nd goal of the year from Jason Robertson and Jamie Alexiak, sending us to overtime. 32 seconds is all it took. Jamie Benn would get his 10th of the year unassisted, giving Dallas the needed 2 points and the 2-1 victory over Detroit. Now, Dallas dominated play in this game. as you can tell from that shot count. 52-17, Dallas outshot Detroit. Yikes. And they only scored 1 goal in regulation with that amount. Dang. All right. Faceoffs were also dominated very heavily by Dallas, 61-39. Power play 0 for 4 for Dallas, 0 for 1 for Detroit. 8 penalty minutes for Detroit to 2 for Dallas. Hits were 16-15 in favor of Dallas. Blocks 18-8 in favor of Detroit. Giveaways 7-4. Detroit was 7. Khudobin had 16 saves, 941 save percentage for the victory. And Jonathan Bernier, 50 save performance, 962 save percentage for the loss. That hurts right there. That really does, because 50 saves. My God, you make 50 saves, you should win that game. Unfortunate, but that's just playing for Detroit these days, unfortunately. It's kind of like playing for John Gibson in net for the Ducks every night. Such a waste on his career at this point. Really is. Vegas versus Anaheim. And, hey, I called this earlier. 5-1 Vegas won this game. Ducks just cannot beat Vegas. They cannot. It's like, if you're a Calgary fan, you know what I'm talking about. Calgary playing in Anaheim any year other than the last 2 years. I think they had 1 win back in 2003, and they lost every game from then until I believe 2 seasons ago. Every game they played at Anaheim, they lost. I think they lost in overtime 4 times in that span. So, yeah, that's kind of like Anaheim playing against Vegas right there. That's how bad it is. All right, 28 seconds into the first. Chandler Stevenson's 11th from Max Pacioretty. At 14:44 of the first, Stevenson's 2nd of the game, 12th of the year, from Shea Theodore, the former Duck. They traded to protect Sami Vatanen. Oh, that trade really hurts. Oh, it really hurts. 6:12 into the second, William Carrier's 5th goal of the year from Alex Pietrangelo. Sorry, allergies are really bad right now in California. 5:39 into the third. William Karlsson's 12th from Jonathan Marchessault and Alex Pietrangelo. That's 7:17 of the third. Shea Theodore would get his 7th of the year from Brayden McNabb and Stevenson. Now I know I skipped this over, but hey, you know what? It is what it is. Oh, gosh. Sam Steele's 5th from Troy Terry and Alexander Volkov. At least they weren't shut out. I guess there's something to be taken from that at least. And it's good to see Sam Steele gain a goal because he's had a god-awful year this year. Other than the faceoff dot. The guy has been money on the faceoff dot, but awful in the offensive. He's definitely having a sophomore slump here. Terry's been very hit and miss, and Volkov has done pretty well since he came over to Anaheim. Alright, Vegas outshot Anaheim 31-24. By the way, Ryan Getzlaf left this game with an injury and did not return. And Josh Manson did not play this game because he got knocked out in his previous game. Anaheim won the faceoff dot 60-40. Power play was 0 for 3 for Vegas, 0 for 2 for Anaheim. Penalty minutes 6-4, Anaheim was 6. Hits were 26-13 in favor of Anaheim. Blocks 15-6 in favor of Vegas. Giveaways 16-17, Vegas was 16. That's a bad amount of giveaways for a team that's first in their division. Goalies, Leonard had 23 saves, 958 save percentage, and John Gibson, 26 saves, 839 save percentage for the loss. Alright, on to Minnesota versus San Jose. Minnesota can clinch a playoff spot if they get a point, I believe, in this game, or a victory, I believe it is. And San Jose chasing St. Louis now for the final playoff spot. And Minnesota is the 3rd team from the West Division to clinch a playoff spot. Just that final playoff spot to go, which is not going to be anytime soon. Alright, 19 seconds into the first, Ryan Suter's 2nd of the year from Jordan Greenway. Then at the 12-minute mark of the first, Marcus Foligno's 9th from Joel Eriksson-Ek. At 17:43 of the first, Jared Spurgeon's 6th from Ryan Hartman and Matt Zuccarello. 19:10 into the second period, Kevin Fiala's 17th from Marcus Johansson and Jared Spurgeon. Then San Jose finally get on the board. They killed the shutout. Minute 19 into the third, Logan Couture's 15th. His first goal since March 22nd. Yes, the top offensive guy for the Sharks has not had a goal since March 22nd. He has not missed a game in there. This is his first point since, I believe it was April 4th. It's like a 7 or 8 game span without a point. So he broke out of that schneid tonight. That might help San Jose here very quickly because they have been very, very terrible of late. From Timo Meier and Rudolph Balcers. Then at 4:28 of the third, Kirill Kaprizov got his 22nd goal of the year on the power play from Fiala and Bonino. Then San Jose would start taking over for a little bit here. 4:47 into the third, Vander Kane breaks his goalless slump. 18th of the year from Tomas Hertl and Nikolai Kanishov. Then at 6:06 of the third, Joachim Blichfeld will get his first career goal for the San Jose Sharks. Congrats to him. Yes, this is the guy who was suspended earlier this year for a headshot on Nathan McKinnon. They have some games coming up against Colorado. We're going to have to see if he plays in those. All right, 19:38 into the third, Nick Bonino will score his 7th in an empty net goal from Ian Cole. Bonino, once again, killing the team that drafted him with a 2-point game. All right, San Jose outshot Minnesota 30-26. They beat him in the faceoff dot, 57-43. Minnesota was 1 for 3 on the power play. San Jose had 0 power plays because Minnesota took 0 penalty minutes to San Jose's 6. Hits were 26-12 in favor of San Jose. Blocks 16-9 in favor of San Jose. Giveaways 8-7, San Jose with 8. Kakinen made 27 saves for a 900 save percentage. Jones had 5 saves for a 625 save percentage. Oh, Martin Jones. This is why I thought it was so stupid that they would trade away Devin Dubnyk when they did. This team was 2 points out of the playoff spot or 3 points at that point, and they traded the guy that honestly was making Jones play better. This Kornash kid is not doing that evidently because he has just regressed horribly again. Kornash came in relief, 15 saves, 882 save percentage. The kid's not terrible. He's not great. I mean, he's not going to win you games, but he'll keep you in the games. You just got to get better offense at this point. All right, Ottawa versus Vancouver. Vancouver wins again, 4-2. Vancouver's been very good since they came back from COVID. All right, at 1:43 into the first period, Nate Schmidt will score his 4th goal of the year unassisted for Vancouver. 8:32 in the first, Colin White's 9th from Josh Brown and Evgeny Dadonov. Then 9:51 of the first, Eric Brandstrom will fight Jace Howryluk. I can't imagine Brandstrom being a good fighter. I will tell you, I have not seen the fight, so I don't know how it turned out, but just from the name, I don't see Brandstrom doing well here. I really don't. All right, 4:46 into the second, Brock Besser's 17th on the power play from Quinn Hughes and JT Miller. At 11:52 of the third, again Dadonov will get his 13th of the year unassisted, and that would be it for Ottawa. At that point, it's a tie game, but at 13:45, the game-winning goal from Tanner Pearson, his 9th, from Bo Horvat and Travis Hamonic. At 19:06 into the third, JT Miller's 10th from Tyler Mott and Bo Horvat. Giving us our final score, 4-2, Vancouver with the victory. All right, Vancouver outshot Ottawa 34-28. They beat them in the face-off dot pretty handily, 69-31. Then on the power play, Ottawa was 0 for 6. Vancouver 1 for 4. Penalty minutes were 17-13. Vancouver was 17. Hits were 19-17, Vancouver with 19. Blocks, 19-9, Vancouver won that category too. Giveaways, 6-1, Vancouver was 6. Hogberg had 18 saves, 900 save percentage, and Matt Murray had 12 saves for 923 save percentage. Braden Holtby, 26 saves, 929 save percentage for the victory. On to our last game of the evening. Arizona versus LA. Now, can they pass St. Louis again, or are they going to fall back behind them? They pop back above St. Louis with a victory 4-0 over LA. 12:47 into first, John Hayden will get his first goal of the year from Derek Brassard and Leighton Peterson. Then 36 seconds into the second period, Lawson Krause will get his fourth of the year from Alex Goligoski and Phil Kessel. Then 4:19 in the third, Jacob Chikrin will get his 14th on the power play from Goligoski. And then at 12:56, Phil Kessel 17th unassisted, making it 4-0. Arizona with a much-needed victory. Two of the three teams chasing for that fourth place West Division spot, Arizona and St. Louis, would break extended losing streaks tonight. San Jose continues theirs. We'll see when that one ends. Alright, Arizona outshot LA 40-26. They beat them in the face-off dot 58-42. Power play is 1 for 2 for Arizona, 0 for 2 for LA. Penalty minutes 6 each. Hits 38-22 in favor of Arizona. Blocks 13 each, and giveaways 7-2. LA was 7. Darcy Kemper had 26 saves for a shutout, and Peterson made 36 saves for 900 save percentage and lost. There you go. That is all the games for this evening. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that like button and also hit that subscribe button. Make sure to hit that notification bell next to it to be notified when I drop new videos. Alright, other than that, make sure to like and comment, share, and I will see you all next video. Bye, everybody.